So,
Maybe we'll show up at your first meeting. Who knows?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to give us an update where we're at with, the committee and planetary program?
Okay, we put together a small, working committee for the tree board, the planning board. And we had a first meeting, which we discussed basically the composition and format that the board will, be structured under, along with the rules.
Okay, who's on the committee?
In the working committee, it's, me, Roger, and it's Ted, and Mark Wiggins has shown an interest, but he hasn't been at the meeting yet.
I
Right.
sat down and volunteered at the last meeting to be on it, and I haven't heard a word from any of you.
We don't, yes, we need a small working board in order to get things going, okay?
But I think you need somebody that does the work to be there too.
Well, the board will make that decision, and we'll let you know. Okay?
I believe the board made the decision.
I don't see why you can't be on it,
I
you can't
mean,
be on the committee.
I don't.
We don't even know if we have
when
logs,
it
so we
comes
have
down
people.
to doing the work
Excuse me,
and get
bring it down an inch.
and
please.
getting, excuse me,
Just bring it down.
and getting the tree services and whatnot, that's gonna be me. And I think I should be there so I know.
But we're not even close to that.
Well, so why exclude me? Very simple.
That's my question to you guys all the time, okay?
I don't think anybody.
You'll be invited when we get together and we'll have the
I
meeting.
think I wanna be invited right from the start and not have anything hidden behind.
I'm not
Thank
going
you.
to invite you, okay? The board has to speak to that issue.
Well, I'm supposed to be on that, so I think it's time.
I don't,
That's your
it
prerogative.
is.
I think it's up to
And
you.
that's what my prerogative is, I'm telling you. I think that you will be,
We'll think about
I
it.
think that you'll be a confrontational influence upon the formation of the
Oh,
group.
is that so? I
Yes,
don't have any confrontation with anybody here.
okay. It's just my
And if I'm
opinion.
gonna do the work, I wanna be involved, right from the start. So get it through your head that I wanna be there. So I know what to tell these people when they come to give prices and everything else.
Well, you know what my vote is.
That's fine.
I'll bring it to the rest of the people.
Okay.
I may overrule you.
You might. Go right ahead.
All right, so we have a volunteer, but
I'm
they
sure
don't
glad
want
you're
you.
not confrontational.
Am I confrontational with you every time
Yeah.
we come here? Oh, all the time? Great. And I'm doing my job.
Okay, so we're in meeting, what, are you
Okay.
going to answer the meetings?
So, then we had, after we discussed that issue, we had the first meeting with the DEC.
Okay, that was on the
Okay.
22nd, right?
And basically, what we went there, Roger and I went there to get information from him because apparently there's outstanding money on the grant
Okay.
and that we have to meet certain criteria from the state. So we discussed with him what we have to do in order to meet those requirements and what needs to be done. After that, we had a second meeting, which was a site visit with Roger and I.
This is with the DEC too, or?
With the
just-
DEC, yeah,
Okay.
okay. The representative who's scoring the grant and scoring what we're doing. That was basically to walk around a little bit in a specific area. We took a look at the surroundings, we looked at the grant. We tried to go over what type of information we'll need to gather out of it and how it relates to the grant itself. So he gave us some ideas of what we should be doing and what he's looking for in order to score this, so we pass. And then basically on the advice of the DEC, we're to pick out a sample area that might be down near California Beach. We're not sure yet, it might be up in Grand Banner Road. And we need to figure out what necessary tools we'll need to implement the plan and to show that we're adequately versed in the grant in order to address all the issues in it.
When is the next meeting?
That is as soon as we figure out how we're going to be going about it. And the DEC person has probably in about a week and a half. But that's not set in stone yet. In the meantime, I contacted Esri off GIS, which is the map platform that we're going to be using, hopefully to put possibly on the village website.
Okay.
And I spoke to him in length about how to get the program for the village use. Okay, and then I spoke to Suffolk County GIS, and I requested that they, once we do get a platform, which they require, GIS license, they'll help us, one, with the downloading of the program, as well as some of the layers that the IMAP county website has.
So it's like IMAP?
Yeah.
Is there a cost for it?
Not from Suffolk, as long as we have the platform. And then I made a request to a 501c3, which probably is the best way. If there's a 501c3 that's based in ecology and things of that nature, we could work off of their license. Otherwise, it could get a little pricey for us to get our own license.
What about Cornell? Well, are they 501c3?
Cornell, yeah, that probably would work.
What are you talking about? We can work off the license, what does that mean?
There's a program, a mapping program, that we would need to put onto the website.
But what does a 501c3 have to do with it?
They get it for a very reduced cost. They do not give free licenses to incorporated villages or, okay. So instead of going out and spending $1,800 or $3,000 for the mapping program, we would work with somebody that gets it for $100.
Okay.
Okay? Unless the village wants to go around and purchase the thing, that would be fine, you know. I just thought we'd be saving some money that way.
Well, isn't IMAP free? I think IMAP is free.
IMAP you can look at on the website, but we can't impose a layer on top of it. Okay. What they will do is once we get the mapping program, they'll impose IMAP on top of our program. So we'll have the tax parcels, we'll have the pictures, the overheads, the aerials, and
I think we did that for all the drains in the village already. I think we have that as a vector map that Rich did.
well, that's a flat map. I don't. Is it?
I don't know.
He's printed it out on the GIS program. But
Alright, let me
do
check
you
it
have
out.
one that's not going to break their license? I mean, we all have use to it, and, you know, at home or something like that, but you can't use it for a village.
Okay, anything else on that?
GIS, I spoke to them. I also may go to Stony Brook Sustainability if that doesn't work out in a 501. They might even be able to get us somebody that will help us with the program. Arbor Day right now, it looks like the plans basically is going to be a flyer, and the flyer is going to be geared towards residents and the issues of vines on their trees.
Okay.
And probably we'll be looking for some volunteers on Arbor Day for cutting ivy and vines off the trees.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, there's been talk about if we can fit it in, is to get a small planting program in one of the parks, but that may not be achievable this year.
Right, but we could maybe do it later on and then do it for the
Oh.
fall or do it the next
Oh,
year.
sure.
So there, I know there's vines on Steve's path,
Mhm.
that might be a good place to look to see what they said. Cause we
Okay.
were gonna have 4D, we were gonna pay them to come in and give
Mhm.
some down.
Okay.
Do you need help with the flyers?
No.
Okay,
And, what we probably will need is, at some point in time, with the storm drains, and I think, that would be able to go on this map too, as
Mhm.
well, or a separate one. Some access on the website itself where there could be a live map, and also some type of, library put onto it as far as educational things about plants and what needs to be done.
okay, so if we could take the map that we have for the drains, are we looking to take the stuff from GEI gave us and drop it on there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just talking about the vines,
Mhm.
whether we do it for an Arbor Day thing or maybe doing a cleanup
Mhm.
or independent even. I'm noticing when I'm walking around with the dog, there's an awful lot of vines on private property trees.
Mhm.
And, you know, I have to assume that a certain amount of people either aren't either aware of the danger that they pose
Right.
and or that they are physically unable to really do that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Elderly people, whatever. So,
It's a good point.
those days would lend itself, if you got volunteers out there, you know, there may be some that they're not gonna be able to tackle, some of those get to be like 2-inch vines.
Yeah.
But they're just with the snips and things that we can just kinda go around to neighbors and,
Start with the ivies and the small vines, right?
yeah, because
The
they're,
grapes.
I mean, those trees are gonna come down and they're gonna do damage, really, you know, private property with that. It'd be a nice thing.
Mhm.
Well, that will be one of the flyer, basically, that's initial education process. Of the
Right,
dangers.
awareness is the big
Yeah,
thing.
right.
We can
Mhm.
put out a,
Yeah.
yeah.
And hopefully we'll have it as a flyer and maybe somehow we can post it on the site, on the website as well.
Where are you gonna get the flyers from?
We'll figure that out. We haven't gotten to that point yet.
okay, anything else to add on that?
No,
Joe, you wanna talk about the bids from December? Okay, so this is the work for Chestnut and Walnut,
Yeah, we did these drain bids back in November,
but we never picked any.
and we never picked the physical party that's gonna do the work. We had a problem with the information that was given us because they all come up with different prices for removing back, dirt when replacing, backfilling, around the drains. So I did an arbitrary remove of 15 yards and replaced 5 yards and then went back in and redid all of these pricings. So we ended up with Gax Landscaping. Total bid was for the phase 1, phase 2, which was the 2 drains systems, and phase 3, which was the road work to recover and to replace the berms and the curbing, and the removal and the replacement of the soils. Their total was $37,760. Harbor Hills Construction, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, plus the removal and replacement, $24,720. This one here, JPC, bid on phase 1 and phase 2. They did not bid on phase 3, which is the road work, because they don't do road work. They bid also on the removal and replacement. Their bid was $23,350, but you'd have to add to that the guy that piggybacked with them, Fasco Paving, for $5,000 for phase 3. So there you'd have a full balance of $28,350. Suffolk Paving was the last bidder. They bid on phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and they gave us a full flat price for remove and replace for $16.50 each way, for each project, 1 and 2. They ended up with a full cost of $36,495. So based on the pricing we've gotten, it's cheapest, the best bid that we could get was $24,720 from Harbor Hills Construction and Portage Station.
Do we know any of these people where somebody's extra good or somebody's extra bad? That we,
No. We don't.
And
One of them you do know.
I mean, we know Fasco and we know JPC because they did the work on Maybach, Dash Streets Drive, so that's a good sign. But Harbor Hills is so much lower. I mean, well, not really. It's $4,000 lower. I don't know. I think we should give them a chance. You know, as long as he meets Mike out there and we make sure he's doing it correctly.
Do we get references? If we don't know anybody, it's like whether you work at home or hiring somebody, you wanna get references. So to just say, well, this is the number, so we go with them without knowing anything, I mean, I like that.
I mean, we know them.
Maybe we should check with the Better Business bureaus.
Oh,
And there's,
Well, they will have insurance.
I
they
don't
will
even
have
know what I'm
license.
suggesting.
go on the
other than-
internet and find if they have any complaints against something.
Something. I just think, other than just saying, this is the number, and they, $4,000 cheaper, so we go and we give it to somebody we know nothing about, and whether they do good work or not, if they're gonna show up.
do we look at their credentials? Do we get
Well, they have insurance, they have
and-
the license number, that's all, you know.
And
Well, we
we-
could go with the people we know, it's just gonna be more money.
And we know
Which we have,
apples
with
are apples,
20,000 of it's gonna
Yeah,
be,
that's
it's
what I
chips
did.
and money,
with
so
all
it's
this.
really $8,350.
so they're all bidding on the same project.
Yeah, basically, yeah,
Is it
everybody's bidding
possible
the
we could
exact
go
same
and
price.
say, hey, look, you know, we'd like to give it to you, but, you know, this guy underbid you, would you?
No,
Can't do that.
Huh?
I would call Harbor Hills and get the names and numbers of the last two jobs they did.
Okay,
Last two similar jobs and just make sure they went okay, and then I would
Make sure it's a
approve
great
them
job.
subject to what's called vetting.
okay,
How about Port Jeff, see if they've worked with them?
they have their own works department,
They don't contract at all?
very low.
Very low.
Mhm. So. Okay, good. Alright, Jeff, you wanna talk about the place then?
Yeah, first let me just tell you, I had another epiphany while walking the door, which was, you know,
Lots of fun.
it's a line cleanser. The replacement pieces for the existing playset down there, this is at, was it Mayor's Hall? I made printouts, which are not great, off of their catalogs there. So I wanna get things that are, like, instead of having two of those swings, is to have something that would, you know, attract people to do that. So at least it's not a big deal. And this would be a replacement for the two-seater, but it's colorful, and, you know. I don't know what you meant by cover, we don't have a cover.
No, that's what I mean, we need one that goes over, you know how we have over here, we have the cover that goes over the sunscreen.
Well, that was where my idea came from, because I didn't know what you meant. And they do have a cover, and they call it a tarp, and I'm wondering
Well,
whether
that's the
that's
same
all it is. So we have to kind of frame it out somehow. It looks like it's like, you know,
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
anyway, but that's easy stuff. But taking all these modular pieces, I said modular. That piece, that set around back is modular, and it's all 34 inches. Everything is 34 inches. So we were racking our brains how to replace the few pieces that were broken. We don't need that. We can put that thing together. We have this big, beautiful, colorful set. And all we do is we just reconfigure it because they all go together. That's why I printed out this thing. We can, like, for example, you know the base, that was the bottom one that was broken, and that was one of the higher pieces? We can either put it down as that first step, or do away with that altogether, and we'll get like one of these ladders and raise it something, and we just don't need that piece. The rest of the thing, and this is a $10,000 playset, and I don't know why I'm actually even saying it out loud, because I'm going to wind up getting involved in having to set it up again. If we have it, we have to get rid of this stuff now. So I'm thinking that we should do this because it's not going to cost us a lot of money. It's not even going to come to $1,000.
Okay.
But I'm thinking that what we should do is lay it all out. I have the schematic, and then start to look back and say, we can go like this, and it'll be mostly the same, except for two pieces that are broken. And the ones that are cracked, that were the covers for the bases, they're not
really.
They're not anything that anybody, it's not dangerous, it's not anything, it's nothing. So, I think that we have already the major improvement, that's why we decided to accept it in the first place. In the first place, it's more than an improvement, it's an expansion of that whole plan area. It'd be nice. I'm very confident that we can figure out, and it has a cover, that's what I was getting. It has that, the top piece has a big plastic thing, and it even has a little decorative tower that goes up. It's really very